Hello, Narnach here. Welcome back to Path of Exile, Atlas of Worlds. Today we're gonna run our very first map that has been enchanted with a Cartographer's Sextant. So it adds a mod to a white map on the Atlas. So right click on this item, then left click on a white map on the Atlas to apply it. So the question is, do we click on here or on here? I'm presuming here because they mean a white tier, not a unenchanted map. So we have unlocked 3 so far. So I'm thinking if we enchant the channel, presumably it's from what I've seen, it's gonna affect maps in an area around it, and we'll get 5 charges with some enchantments. So I think if we hit this one, then some of the future maps in the area that we will run will actually be enchanted. So let's see how this goes.
The mediocre turned remarkable.
Okay. So the bonus. While on elemental ground, 30% increased damage of the associated damage type. 3 uses remaining. Interesting. So initially the announcement was that you would get 5 charges and the number would be something they would tweak. So it seems they settled on 3 as the final number. While on elemental ground you gain an increase to the associated damage type. Of course elements is fire, lightning and cold. We deal a lot of physical damage, but we also deal quite some fire damage. So a map with burning ground is gonna benefit us in that regard. So this cavern map I had that already came blue actually falls outside of range. So it seems like we are gonna run the acid lakes this time rather than the cavern map I had in mind. Because no, you can't actually make an estimate of what the range is gonna be, which is rather annoying. I really wish GGG would add a outline of the shadow of what you would affect with it, because it will help you planning what you can actually do without having to resort to tools outside of the game. So channel goes back, acid lake comes in, and we no longer need this one either. So upside we got a white map, so we can actually chisel it, and if we're gonna run for burning ground, I think we'll just take a blue one and alt it a bit until we get burning ground. Poison on hits, extra damage. So many interesting maps that you would throw away this way. Come on, patches of burning ground, we can do this. Tilt ground, so we know it's a suffix because it's an acid lake map of ice. So an anarchic one we can just add a suffix to. There's bloodlines, it's nice, so many nice mods. Nope. Oh, Fist Reflect, that's interesting, I haven't run one yet. No, it's not the one we want. Smothering, nope. I can see where this could get annoying. Nope, this is not what we want. Burning. Oh. Of giants, no. That would have been a pretty killer combo. Monsters deal extra fire damage, and while on top of the burning ground they deal even more damage. Bloodlines, toughness, power, balance, unwavering. I think this is gonna cost quite a bit of currency if you wanna fix this. I'm gonna do it once just to see if we can get a burning ground, and then I'm not gonna bother anymore because that's just gonna get way too annoying really quickly. Nemesis, shocking ground, we're almost there. Or do we just accept it and just do a little bit of extra lightning damage? Yeah, screw it. I'm done running it. We're just gonna go for the lightning. So this is gonna benefit the lightning enchanted mobs more than it's gonna benefit us, but it's all about the idea. So, acid lake. Let's do this. It's gonna be our first tier 4 rather than the tier 3 I was thinking about.
The water
So I'll
grows
run the other
live.
one next time.
The poison takes it away.
Hey. So if we stand in here, the lightning is gonna be more. So 3, 2, 1, 6, 7. 3, 2, 1, 4, 8. So indeed it increases our lightning damage by a bit. So it's just we don't get punished as much for standing in the lightning. Just will on this guy. Well, no, because our lightning damage is so low, doesn't really help us all that much. On the other hand, I don't think there's gonna be a lot of monsters that are specific to lightning damage, so looks like we extend in this direction with the map. So a really little bit, quick bit of backtracking. Just to double check that indeed that we started at the very end. Yeah, good. It'd be annoying that we had to backtrack for another little room there. We just use this as this. So upside of a shocking ground map is that mobs will probably get shocked as well. I mean, I'm assuming it works both ways. Would be rather OP otherwise, right? Well, OP or interesting, it's a matter of semantics, right? Big Stride Walker. So I think some Sextant mods are going to be more useful than others. I think what we rolled here is, well, basically a dud unless you happen to get a map that provides you with shocking ground, burning ground, frozen ground, or tilt ground that is. Unless you bring your own means of supplying it. So if you got a cold build and you run around with Arctic Armour, then you're gonna increase your cold damage in a reasonably reliable way. Then you don't need to rely on the map itself to provide it for you. So, got a pretty high density of rares, which is nice, because they tend to drop better loot.
Come to me, exile.
Hey, Katarina. What do you want today?
Oh, good. Go find me some before.
Go find some of that. Oh, interesting. Unique iron hat. And a 6-socket Val Regalia. Azomite peak. Interesting. But not really, you can't evade enemy attacks, that's kind of a annoying mod, but if you're not using dex then that's okay. Okay, so just double checking, okay, let's to push forward there. Let's just double check here then that this is just a single room. I remember the Acid Lake as being reasonably straightforward. There is no real backtracking, but you do have to pay attention that some of the rooms might be a bit on the larger side. Just about every pack seems to contain a rare, which is nice. So what direction was Katarina waving her staff? Okay, so she's pointing forward, that's good. That means no backtracking. And in addition to the staff, she also has the outline on the floor now. Just like everybody else. Which is rather subtle and easy to miss. But it is nice nonetheless. Blessing of the elements. So, as you see, I'm not really capitalizing on the shocking ground all that much, because of course it means if you get shocked, you take 50% more damage as well. So doing a little, 20, at max 20 more lightning damage versus being shocked all the freaking time. Well, let's not look for the shocking ground. And as I said, it's in this case the shocking ground is more of a gimmicky thing rather than something to really strictly look for. We revived 2 out of the 4 things we needed. Bone birds. Okay, you follow me. So look like, is this gonna be the end or was the other thing the end? We shall see soon enough. Funny thing about the Brutal Shrine is that it pushes mobs back, which as a meleeer might not entirely be what you want. Okay. Is this really just pushing forward? Ah, there's more corpses, or more minions. Another channel map. Good. Good. Oh, stone bears. Yeah, let's not stand in there. Yes, more. Oop. Bear explosion. Another one, and I think that was that. Good. Okay, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Excellent, we can bring him back. And Katarina's gonna be all happy and excited about it. Which reminds me, I need to summon my own pet. So the Katarina minions being this slow almost makes you consider just bringing a haste aura or something, just to speed them up a little bit. Yeah, man. This way. We're nearly there. That helps though. Yay. And that was that. So we cleared this, we cleared that, which we can just push forward now. Okay. So this is probably going to be a dead end. Yep, it is. And now we push forward. Another dead end. Still have more than 50 monsters remaining. And more big skeleton beasts. Yes, more. I'm not entirely sure if the elemental ground bonus, if it also has an effect on quantity and rarity. I didn't actually take down the numbers before, so I don't know right now, but of course when I'm done recording I'll actually watch back the video to see how that worked out exactly. Hello there, ancestral power user. Are you perchance related to Tukahama's Totem Monster? Corrupting blood. That's quite some stacks. Okay, so at about 15 we slowly start to see the effect. Let's clear it. Always nice to see just how far you can push yourself, but now if you need 15 stacks to overcome your natural regen, then you're in a reasonably good spot with your build. Okay, I did see something aura related, so that's gonna be a bit further ahead. Ah, there, Shroudwalker. You just snuck up on me and I didn't even see you coming. So let's just double check again to the sides here to make sure we're not missing any mobs. You're sneaking up behind me. That's not how it's supposed to go. And another one, I think. Yes. Okay. Good. And we got you. Okay. Okay, this pushes forward. Let's see if we can push the ghost back. Possess whatever is coming from here. And just... Not there. Okay. We managed to get it to possess something, because I didn't see it do that. Okay. No, there's gonna be enough things here. Let's just make our stand. Drink all the defensive flasks and just start murdering. That worked better than expected. So, need loot. Got space. Well, not really. Need space, got loot. Maybe a better way to put it. So, put everything back in the box. Well, 2 maps so far is a very good way to start a run. And we're not even near to the end yet, which is good. So let's just double check. This is probably going to be a small dip in the map. Yeah, just a small bit. Maybe 1 or 2 packs. Ooh, girls. Corrupt the bloodlines. Yay. We got 7 stacks. Not really moving. Okay. Yeah, it is if we're not attacking. Soul Eater. Summon a totem just to boost our damage a bit. Drink our flask just to boost our damage a bit, because this guy is a tough bugger. Regenerating quite a bit. Anything in here? Yeah, 6. Oh, yeah, just a Cartographer's chisel, not a Sextant. Would have been pretty cool to find another Sextant, of course, but from what I understand, they are not overwhelmingly common. So we'll just have to be happy with everyone we can find, whether the mods are useful or not. So I wonder if you know the mods, it just applies 3 times. So the first 3 maps that you roll, or that you start inside of the area, will be affected by the modifier, and after that it has been consumed. So that makes you wonder, if you roll something that you just can't deal with, say if you roll blood magic and you really don't have the life to sustain that, for example. Or if you run a particularly elemental vulnerability curse, or just reflect, or something really truly nasty that you just don't think you can work with, then obviously you'll probably want to grab your least favorite map within range, or the lowest tier map within range, and just roll 3 white maps of that and just waste them, basically. So for that, strategic placement of the Sextants might be really, really relevant. So that you always have a lower tier or a less favorite map in range that you can just roll to get rid of a map. Seems like a useful thing to keep in mind. So let's hunt. There's 17 things including the boss. So there's 16 add-ons and an actual boss. And it's always nice when they take each other out. I think it was this guy. So the pro tip here was to just go for the guy that walks. Since if he actually just stands perfectly still, this is potentially a long fight. But if you see someone move, you know that it's not a clone. That's actually a pretty useful thing to keep in mind. Because otherwise it's a bit of a long slog. This way it becomes a rather straightforward fight. There's still 11 mobs remaining. Oh wait, maybe we can go around the corner here. No, we can't. Interesting. So where would those mobs hide? Ah, there was a little alcove there. Ah, that's too far back. So that's gonna be it. But we completed our first map with while under the effect of a Sextant. The Mesa map over there is gonna get affected as well, and maybe, yeah, the waste pool as well, because the effect is lighting up here. So, no, once we, oh, Acid Lakes actually connects to the Mesa, but we didn't get a Mesa map. No, we got a factory and we got a channel. So next time we're gonna run a cavern, and that might get us a waste pool, which would be interesting, since then we have yet another one in the area. So that's gonna be it for now. And thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.